You heard it. I'm building my own roll cage. Now, I'd love to just go buy one, get it shipped here, and throw it in the car, but it's just way too expensive. The shipping costs more than the roll cage itself usually does, and I don't mind trying new things. So I've purchased myself a pipe bender. I've got my pipe, and I've figured out what kind of roll cage I want to do. So I'm going to go with a 4-point setup, just the main bar and the two heading towards the back tires. And we're just going to weld some shit together here and see how she turns out. Hopefully not too bad. Also, I'm using a 1 3/4 pipe. It's 3 mil, but apparently 1 3/4 was like the minimum for the minimum size for drag racing in our area. So had to go with at least that. So in order to get to where I want my anchor point to be, I'm gonna have to take off this seatbelt bracket here, and I'll just pull these off so I can get the carpet up. Those are insane. Good God. Fuck. No, thank you, Nissan. Stop. $14 mil takes these babies off. So as you can see, I'll be contending with this guy. So, little screw hanging out there. Oh, well, look at that. That wasn't too hard. There's a couple screws coming up from down below there. I'll probably just unscrew this, shift it over, put my plate through, and then I'll end up just putting this right back on top of the plate. Apparently it's not screws from beneath, it's just to kind of pull it off and she comes off. So much easier. So what I have is I got 4 pieces of just 4" by 4" steel plates basically, that I'm going to use as the feet, and then what I'll do is I'll put the bolts through, and I'm going to put another one of these steel plates underneath and just kind of sandwich it together. So it's going to end up somewhere there, I'm thinking. So I'm just going to use 1/4 inch nuts and bolts to anchor those plates down. Well, that didn't work out too bad. Matt's new into the roll cage acrobatics. Looking good, Matt. Okay, so we got the 2 side posts basically. Tried to get them as symmetrical as we could. We've got our sweeping 90s here that should work out. So what I've got to do now is put the second plate, anchor plate in the car. We've got this first one here. I got to put the second one in, and then we'll mock it up in the car, and then I can tack weld the feet, the plates on. And then we can mount that thing in there and then get the tubes going to the back rear wheel. Rear wheel. Whatever the fuck. We're about to apply our, actually what color is this technically? I don't, Ford blue, oh fuck. Just put that in there and go get some new shit. Can't believe that's Ford blue. So we're gonna apply this in a few minutes. This is still drying, but not looking too shabby at all in my opinion. I mean, as far as a homemade roll cage goes. So once that's on, all we got left is 2 bars. Call her a day.
Nice.
You know, I don't have the enough pipe. Gotta get more pipe. Yeah, she's gonna look all right. Pull it through. Here, I just got back. Okay, roll cage in the car. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut some pieces off this steel flat stock here and use them to pinch my plates up top down to the bottom of the car. So we're gonna get started on that. Okay, so in order to get these bars going to the back, I'm going to, as you can see, I've pre-drilled my holes here, a couple of them, for the rear plate here. Now something I didn't mention is I've decided to weld on a couple plates to attach these bars with. Originally I was going to weld them, but I didn't. It was going to be a pain in the ass to get this thing in and out of here with these bars on it. And I mean, it's not supposed to be a professional setup, so I'm going to drill holes through the plate, through the bar, and then through the other plate. I'm going to bolt them together. I'm sure it'll be strong enough. So, unfortunately, a bit of a video malfunction on my part. I thought I was recording when in fact I had just taken a still picture, so that helps. But what I wanted to do is just explain the rear bar here real quick. So basically, how I did it, I've figured out the angle that I needed to cut the foot on, and then we cut that, welded the plate on, and then I brought it in and sort of figured out the length I was going to need and this angle I was going to have to cut. And then we went, cleaned it, painted it after it was all welded. And then I brought it back into the car, set it in place, and then I drilled my holes through the plate, down through the wheel well. Of course, I took the tire off first, so I didn't put any new holes in the tire. And then I brought the bolts up from below, got that all bolted in, and then we drilled and threw this bolt in. But I just wanted to explain that part because I had missed basically all of that. Plus, I think I even missed the painting of the tube itself, and it's such a pretty blue. But yeah, just a little FYI there. Yeah, I need a bit of a hand getting this plate in here, because what I want to do is actually these bolts that are coming through, I want them to go back up the other way so that there's no chance of potentially coming down on the tire when there's some weight on there. So I actually have to go enlist the wife's help. She loves helping me in the shop. I never interrupt what she's doing. Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm going to, if you push this one up, I'm going to put the bolt on up top, and then if you take this one off, I'm going to give you a bolt to put through, and then I'll put the bolt on up top, or the nut on. Okay. And I have to do the same thing with this one.
I don't want to restrain it tomorrow. And then I can't hear you either.
Hey, can you just pass me 4 more of those nuts on the table?
I just passed you the 3 that are in my hand.
That's it. That's all I need. Oh, that's good. Good job, babe.
Well, thanks. I'm so good at holding things.
Yeah, you are. Double nut for her pleasure. And for keeping nuts on. And evidently we have to touch up paint already.
Good quality stuff.
Normally I use cutting oil, but I am currently out. Could probably use WD-40 or something, but now I'm inside the car. And my WD-40 is outside the car. So, you know. Alright, so I'm going to use undercoat spray to spray the plates and bolts underneath the car just to protect from water and, you know, all that good stuff. there we go. It's officially in the car. It looks good. I mean, there's a couple things I'd do different if I was to do it again, but I mean, functionally, it's strong. It looks decent. I like the color, and it was homemade. Cost me $200. Paint, metal, some time. Yeah, not too bad at all. So if you guys liked it, like the video. Hit a subscription button maybe. Help us out.
Nice.